the euro had a very bullish close in June. However, so far in July, we are seeing signs of a potential pullback for the pair. I'll have all the details in today's video, including key areas to watch and also the latest on the DXY. So guys, June closed very bullish here for the EURUSD. We had the 3-month time frame just closed up in June. And this was a very bullish close because it put the euro back above the bottom of a channel that goes back here to 1985. Now, we talked about this before, but the reason that we have pricing data prior to 1999 when the euro was started is this uses a pre-euro basket of currencies. So the FXCM chart does use a pre-euro basket of currencies prior to 1999 back here in order to give us all of this data going back to the 1970s. And what is fascinating about this is that off of the closing price, again, 3-month time frame back here in 1985, you have this ascending channel. Now, the euro broke below this back here in 2022 and retested this level in 2023. So if we move in here, you can see where this breakdown right here, okay, is what the euro has essentially ranged between, okay, the low down here, and this was our range here for the past few years. Obviously, we had the sweep of the lows down here, and then we had the recent breakout. But you can see the retest right here, right off of that level, and support back here. Okay, so really clean channel here, really clean level, and the euro did close back above this in June. So if we look here at this candle, and I'll explain all these key levels here in a moment, but you can see that clearly this candle closed at the very high too, which I found a bit odd. But we did see the euro close back above, well above this area around 115. And at the same time, if we take a look at the DXY, and also guys, if you are enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. So looking at the DXY, guys, we have the market trading below this channel from the 2011 low. We've talked about this here in recent videos, but you can see that this low down here, we've got these lows and we've got all these highs. Okay, so you can see where, currently, if I move in here, you can see where the monthly time frame is trading below the bottom of this channel. Okay, so June closed below this level right around 97.7. Okay, we've talked about 97.7, how it was significant back in 2022, and it's also the bottom of that channel. So all in all, guys, when you look at the high time frames, the very high time frames, the euro does look bullish with where it closed the month of June. Okay, now, however, if we go into the lower time frames, like the 4-hour time frame, and we take a look, we can see where the euro is starting to pull back a little bit so far here in July. And the reason for this is we have this channel, okay, going back here to the lows in May. And so this is a very well-defined channel. You can see here off of these lows down here, we've got several lows off of this area. And we've also got these highs up here. Okay, this high back here, we've got all these highs through here. And the euro recently broke out at the end of June. And this is what I meant by it was a little bit odd to see the euro close the month of June, especially with how aggressive the rally was in June to close at the very highs of that monthly candle. A little bit odd. I'm not going to make any kind of forecast off of that, but it was a very interesting close to the month. And so far, I do kind of think that buyers have gotten themselves a little trapped up here, buying into that June close. And you can see where we did get a failed breakout, at least so far today here on the 4-hour. So we had the close above. You can see new support through here. And so far today, we did get a 4-hour close back below. And the euro is testing that now as new resistance. So obviously no guarantee that this holds up, guys. And I would be very careful about trying to short the euro right now, especially after that close in June. However, at the same time, though, you can see where we have had the euro just kind of making this stair-step pattern up and really no considerable pullback since the lows back here. Okay, at least back here, we did have the market kind of flag back here into this pattern, which we talked about at the time. So far, though, since that time, we really haven't seen much of a pullback at all. Okay, now obviously it doesn't mean that we will get it. There are no guarantees, as I said, but so far we are seeing the euro break down here a little bit on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if we take a look at the DXY, you can see something similar here. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, this was a pretty bullish move here from the DXY off of that low. Okay, so this back here, we had the market closing the month of June. And now we've had the market kind of reclaim this area right around 96.7. Okay, and the reason this is significant is you can see the closing prices back here on the 4-hour. However, this is also going to be the POC, the point of control of the last 24 hours. Okay, so this area down here is going to be key support, as are these highs back here. Essentially, you've got a pocket of support here for the DXY now, to where this could potentially spark that move higher up here toward that 97 level. So what you'll notice here is that toward the end of June, we had the DXY ranging here on the 4-hour time frame in a very clean range between 97 and the highs up here around 97.40. Okay, so this area right here is going to be resistance for the DXY. I would not be trying to buy into that. But again, this area down here with this reclaim here today so far is going to flip to support for the US dollar. So still a range-bound market. We don't have any clear-cut signal here as far as the move back within this range and potentially 97.40. But again, this move right here off the low was pretty aggressive from the US dollar, and in my opinion should be good enough for 97 retest. What we get from there is going to be key though, because if the DXY reclaims this range back here, okay, on the hourly and especially the 4-hour time frame, then we could be looking at that 97.40 retest. Okay, so obviously for the EURUSD, that could mean a pullback following this 4-hour close back below. Now, one point here, guys, I want to make is that this is the linear chart. If you go to a logarithmic, it's still valid. It's still a valid channel. However, this level does come in a little bit higher. Okay, this level comes in up toward like 117.90 even or so, or even just above that mark. So just keep that in mind that this right here, the first chart we looked at, this was a linear chart. You can see it's a little bit lower. Both are technically valid. So what I would say is the area of resistance here for the EURUSD is going to come in at the current 4-hour high right now, and also this area up here around 117.90. Okay, so right up here. So this is going to be now the pocket of resistance here for the euro. Obviously, if it gets back above that, it would be bullish. But this is going to be resistance now following that 4-hour close. And you've got support coming in around 117.45, followed by 116.80. And of course, these levels here for the euro should line up with the DXY around 97 and 97.40. Okay, so again, guys, this is not to say that the euro is bearish and the US dollar is bullish, because the way June closed is very bullish for the euro. But at the same time, no market moves in a straight line. And again, we really haven't had a decent pullback here from the euro since this consolidation back here. Okay, so again, bulls may have gotten themselves a little trapped here at the end of June. We'll see if this plays out. But I think that if you're looking for a buy on the EURUSD, in my opinion, I think that waiting for a pullback, potentially down here into these highs would be the best case scenario. I'm not saying we get it, but somewhere down here in this region in July could be a great opportunity to look for a buying opportunity here for the euro. And although that may seem a little bit of a lofty target on a pullback, you've got to consider that 116.30 here. If you look at the monthly time frame with what the month just did, 116.30 is only right here. Okay, so you look at this candle right here from June, and at 116.30 is really only through this area right here. Okay, so it's really not that much of a pullback when you look at the monthly time frames here for the euro and the DXY. And also for the DXY, guys, before we wrap up, just keep in mind this area around 97.7 is going to be incredibly significant. So if we were to see the DXY reclaim these lows around 97, we probably see 97.40. However, if we see a breakout from there, keep a very close eye on 97.7, because that is going to be a massive resistance area for the USD. I hope this video has helped. If it has, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that like button. Also, don't forget to join us in VIP, claim your 85% off lifetime access. See the link in the description of this video. Trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.